Dale D. Berry, they is out of town. I think they're in Charlotte, North Carolina, and for family reunion. I think that's the D. Berry clan. They're having a family reunion this weekend, and we pray for their safe travels. I think they made it, so we're praying for their safe travel so they make it back safe here in the great county of Marshall, the city of Holly Springs. But hey, it's a good day. It's a good day that the Lord has made, and we're going to continue to be joyful and praise Him all through it. So, I know Brother Dale always sent some shouts out. Well, I got a few shout outs that I don't know if I'm going to be able to get here. I know I'm going to get his paper from him, but I didn't get a chance to get it today. We were kind of running around. I've been in church all day. Great service this morning, and but we had a little birthday celebration out there at Mount Moriah Missionary Baptist Church today for Deacon Eddie F. Jones. Deacon Eddie F. Jones, his beautiful wife, Ruby Jones, she's a native of Holly Springs, and Deacon Eddie is he's from New York. And he's from New York, but he's been here now in Marshall County for, probably a little bit over 30 years. And we go to church together out there at Mount Moriah, and he's celebrating his 80th birthday today. Gentleman looking good. You talk about a man, he's jack of all trades, bro, Patty.
That's right.
He do everything. He keep him a little toolbox in every vehicle he can get in, because he never know where he may have to stop and help someone. Yeah. And but shout out to Deacon Eddie. I know they still out there celebrating now because they had a little program for him this evening. And I had to step out to come to the buffet.
Yes, sir.
Right here where the great 92.7 The Chain, where people are helping people. And we always, like I say, appreciate Raven for allowing us the opportunity and the platform to discuss community concerns and issues and things that going on around us in our neighborhoods. And been a good day. It's a little warm, but it's what the Lord ordered. He know what we need. We just think we know what we need. And so shout out to the Most High for making these things possible for us. And I just want to send some shout out to the Faulkner family, the family of Kent Faulkner. He's, as people say, God has called him on, and he's our president of the Chulahoma Fire Department, the volunteer fire department there in Chulahoma. And we just want to send our condolences and prayers and thoughts to the Faulkner Sims Walker family. And there's other bereaved families that's here amongst us, so we just praying for all and praying God's strength that He see us through these trying times. But speaking of trying times, there's a lot going on just around us. I would say this is a negative vibe and things that we don't want to see or hear about and don't want to know about. But there's some. We got to address these things. We got to talk about them and some people call me controversial, but as that gentleman that we celebrating out there today, he always told me, don't worry about being controversial as long as you're telling the truth. Mm-hmm. The truth is not controversial. When you try to make things fit your needs or your look on things, then that's when things get controversial. But long as you're speaking the truth, and we standing on the truth, there's nothing controversial about that. No doubt. But shout out to, I want to say a shout out to my Aunt Dorothy Nevels, and my Uncle Clyde out there, Deacon Lee Stilson Jr., Mother Flora Stinson, Mother Helen W. Newsom. Shout out to the great president, Brother Dovesack, Rodney Lowe, that's out of town on business at the moment, and just want to send a shout out to him and all the work that he's done, and for the NAACP here in Marshall County and abroad. We don't want to talk. We just talk about what he does, here in Marshall County. But a lot of people kind of try to shoot him down here, on the sly in Marshall County for the great work that he does. But he's well respected outside the county that connects to Marshall County. He's well respected. So that's something to think about. Shout out to El Geronimo Pratt Rifle and Pistol Club under leadership of Brother Nick Bezel out of Houston, Texas. We're going to expound on the gun club a little bit today. We're going to expound on the NAACP and Mississippi on the Move.
No doubt.
With Brother Pat here, the Black Liberation Movement and the Mississippi on the Move. I'm sitting here with him today, and when you came with that, Brother Pat, I just thought that was a great thing. That thing kind of sticks in my heart,
right?
And because of after that we traveled around the different counties and cities of North Mississippi, and we realized we still have, all of us have the same problem, issues or what have we, talk about the same thing. And the main thing that we talked about is when African Americans is going to take a stand. We hang our hats on Jesus Christ and God and things. Now we quick to throw them in the equation when we in trouble or something. We quick to throw them in the way, but we won't never. We're gonna take their word. Let's take their word and move on their word. Because the Bible is an action book.
Yes, right.
It's an action book. It's instructions and actions. And so, I just reading a few things today, how Jesus stood against injustices and what he did to for what he spoke on, what he did for justice and injustice. So I want to send a couple more shouts out to Brother Bud Richmond down in Byhalia. He spearheaded a strong fish fry yesterday, a fundraiser down there in Byhalia for one of the alderman ladies, alderman woman Delana Richmond. Just want to send a shout out to her to keep your head up, sister. We standing with you. Like I said before, we feel that you haven't did anything wrong, and we're going to go every step of the way with you in fighting this issue. We got the Black Power Summit coming up in September. We encouraging everybody to start gearing up for that, and we're going to expound. We definitely going to expound on that today. Shout out to Rolanda Lester, that runs Care Now Pantry there.
That's your wife, ain't it?
That's my wife. Yeah, and she does a great job, and she always, of course, how husband and wife do, we get home and then we get all that coming in our ear, you know what I'm saying, but it's all good though, because we need people to listen to us when we have the thoughts and things that we want to express ourselves, and so we need that other piece to to hear us out, and so I try to do that for her, and she try to do that for me. We supposed to be expecting another gentleman to come in today. I call him Pooh Martin. His name is Judith Martin Jr., but we call it. He go by his brand name is the Dog Way. So he got an event coming up next week, so he's supposed to come in and drop in on us and expound on that a little bit there. But hey, Bro Pat, good to see you, brother, and always, hey, like I say, you telling me that you inspired by us, but I'm just here to tell you we're inspired by you,
Yes.
And
awesome.
But you want to expound on that?
Ain't no doubt, man. I just wanted to say some opening words, man. You said some things, what I'm saying? I'm always hearing things that I want to respond to when you say the things that you say. Bob D. Berry say the things that he say. And our nucleus of activists saying what they say. It's them hills, man. When I come across them hills, I think our guest coming in. See why I'm gonna move this. But when I come across them hills, man, it's something about that spirit that I get. That ride up into these hills. Coming up in Holly Springs and coming up into the city. What Dove Sack say is the blackest city in America. The blackest city in Mississippi, Holly Springs, Mississippi. And I think that, the citizens of Holly Springs should start to identify with that reality. You know, we are in the blackest city in the United States of America right now when we in Holly Springs. And, you know, just speaking to the things that have been taking place in the community of Holly Springs and some of the things, misfortune that we done had, some of the local occurrences and incidents with the murder homicide that took place in our community. I seen the mother, you know, on the news of the young lady, you know, that passed away. We got to internalize that, brothers and sisters. We got to internalize that and realize that we suffering a mental deterioration in our community. We got problems in our community. Right. And we got to be positioning ourselves to deal with our problems, to start eradicating our problems. I see a little young man come in here now. It's just a little boy in his father's lap or his uncle's lap or his big brother's lap. I don't know which one it is. Right. I know he's in the lap of a black man that's responsible for his future. You understand what I'm saying? Right. So we got to start taking into accountability our responsible nature, the responsible nature that we're supposed to be subscribing to. Right. To make a better community, Twan. That's what I'm saying. That's, you know, right. We don't need to be seeing black mothers on the news breaking down, crying, you know, almost in a nervous breakdown about their daughters being killed. Oh, sure. You know, by, you know, the mental psychosis that permeate our community. Right. So, you know, those are some of the things that we want to start working on and eradicate. And what we got to do, Brother Twan, is something that, you know, we call Ukwuishi. Watch this. Ukwuishi is wake up, clean up, stand up. You got it? It's Ukwuishi. Ukwuishi. Wake up, clean up, and stand up. So we got to stand on that. So, yeah, I just wanted to open up with that right there. We got some brothers that came in here. Yeah. You want to talk to them?
I mean, I like that, Brother Pat. Wake up, stand up.
Wake up, clean up, stand
wake
up.
Wake up, clean up, and stand up. And that's, right now, in our community, that fits all of us. You know, it ain't no big I, no little you. You know, we got to work as a team, collaborate together, because we got major issues. We got major issues, and people don't want to, talk about, these things. I spoke on it last week that, we go to these churches weekend, Sunday after Sunday, and Bible study Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Sunday school and things. But when is this word gonna resonate? But put a fire up under us, and make us move. This is our community. We gotta fix this. We want to put it all on elected officials and things. They have shown us that they are not interested. So in every election cycle, we come back, we still put the same people back in the office that show us that they are not interested. And especially in the black race. We just got to be honest with this thing. You look at some of the shooting things that have went on and transpired in our community, and we don't want to see anything. We don't want to throw none of our young men, young women in jail. But we need some type of mentorship for this, some type of program for these things. But we got to stand up against evildoers. Ukwuishi. We got to stand up against these things, or it's gonna keep happening. Now, when Dove Sack and myself and Brother Pat and Pooh, when we say these things, people come at us like we shouldn't say that. We shouldn't call nobody name. Well, if we don't call nobody name, would they ever know what we talking about? Right. Cause most times the name gonna put you in the place where whatever we talking about, And so, but now we have had I think about 5 shootings in a week. Well, 6 days. Well, I'm gonna give a week because there was a shooting on last Saturday. There was a shooting on Sunday. There was 3 shootings on Sunday. Come yesterday, there was another shooting. What is it going to take for us to wake up and realize that we have a real gun problem, a violent problem in our community? But now the people that stands up, that try to do work, like the dog way. You know, where the support be? You know, we think the support should be there, but you know, people still sits on their butt until these things come sits on your doorstep. Now, when they come and sits on your doorstep, now the phone gonna ring. You know, Twan, we need to. They messing up the charges. They wrote some wrong charges up, but if you don't get involved, they gonna keep writing bad charges. You know, if you don't get involved, they're going to keep misusing the educational funds that we do have. You know, if we don't get involved, they're going to continue to do these things. You know, and I know I've been through the knucklehead stage. You know, my brother Eric called it the stupid stage. You know, where we just out, you know, just doing stuff with it, nitting and thing. But that was we call it back in the day. You know, and you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. You know, and the Bible even tell us, you know, if we gonna confess these things that we know was wrong, he say, okay, I forgive you, but sin no more. You know, and so, but we don't take these things and our leaders, regardless of what organization that you're standing with, we calling on you, and they don't see nobody in the forefront, but Bro Pat, Twan, Bro Weedy, you know, the dog, Wade, Dove, Sack, Bro Dale, you know, but then they let them, you know, our people let them put the bad mouth on us. And when they know us, they know how we roll. Now, who have been standing for against these issues other than us?
I ain't seen it.
Have you seen it?
I ain't seen it.
You know, if we don't get it, we got to go in and address. Now, I told some brothers from Yalabusha County just the other day. Man, what could we do, Twan? You know, and I say, look, first of all, let's start attending meetings. You know, when you hear something that you don't like or it's not going to be beneficial to you or your family or your community, speak on it.
See, a lot of it come from, you know, as the old people say, people always sit back because it ain't them, and they like. But when it hit home, you know, it's a different thing.
Right.
But a lot of folks, and you grew up in Holly. You grew up in Holly. I grew up in Holly. Where you from, sir?
San Antonio,
San Antonio, you right up the street. So it pretty much, you've been hearing about the things that go on just like not long ago in San Antonio. What some officers that did that to our queens, some young ladies, you know, and people wait till it hit home. But why you gotta wait till it hit home when we all family?
Right.
Everybody that grew up in Holly Springs or anywhere in Mississippi, it's a close-knit family. If you do something to this man, even though this might not be your brother, but he messing with your cousin, it's something that y'all got a relation with.
Right.
And so that what go on around here. Like, people, they got a lot to say, but they ain't doing nothing.
Right. And one of the biggest things, Brahman, is fear. You know, fear is, you know, that's a heavy thing that we tote around, you know. And that's a thing that we wrestle with. We try to go to bed and the fear that we have in us, because we know we should have said something where we was the thing we know we should have said something.
I agree with you. That's the main reason why, like,
and this day and time right now, God ain't gonna let you sleep.
Nope.
He been giving us sign after sign of what we need to do as a people, as a nation. You know, now, you know, we got this thing with our with the presidential election coming up. Got everybody distracted. Trump attempt assassination, they say. And, now Biden steps down, you know, as running as president.
But we ain't stepping down.
We can't. Because
what you say?
Wakusu.
Tell them what to do.
Wake up, clean up, stand up.
Yeah, we can't. We can't.
So let me say this, since we right here, because that brother right on time, okay? And we got to take these moments and use them to be effective as people listening to us right now.
That's right.
This brother just said, we got to worry about us right now. We got to worry about us. There's a lot of things going on national level. But we got this thing called going local, going crazy local. We got to create our own local politics to protect us right in our own local community. Our culture is our immune system. You know, when your grandmama used to tell you, you know, everything going on around, you need to get somewhere and sit down.
Oh, yeah.
So we need to get in Holly Springs, sit down. You see what I'm saying? Get in Holly Springs and start to fix our communities locally. Get your right representation in here locally. They're going to defend you, put a hedge around you, and defend us in our own community. Because we can't really control what goes on national level. You control what goes on around you.
Right.
Control what goes on around you. And we got to organize. We got to wake up, clean up, and stand up to organize. There it is right there. There it is right there. That's the buffet.
I agree with that, brother.
So the dog way.
The dog way.
The dog way. I want to hear the brother expound on the dog way.
Everything starts local.
Yeah.
Everything starts local. You know.
I come up with the dog way, you know, based on my life.
Okay.
Based on what I went through. The dog way stands for disciple of God way. If you do it his way, that means you going the right way. I went the wrong way for a long time.
We all.
A long time. Anybody that know me, you know, it speaks for itself. But I don't look for nobody to give me no pat on my back for what I'm doing. What I'm doing is for me being a menace to society back in the day. Me being one of those guys who done did things that I know wasn't right. Me losing homies. I was just telling somebody the other day, when I look back on it, I said, man, you know, it's a shame. I ain't lost now one of my homies to natural causes or even a car wreck. All my homies done died to violence in the streets. Gun violence, anything crosses. So I looked at it for my way, the only way that I can give back. I know sense of me getting out here being violent, trying to get back because you killed my homie. Or I feel my way, or I'm going to get back here, is I'm going to try to touch somebody in the community. The youngsters, like what you said right here with them. You said, that's a man. I don't know if it's his uncle. I don't know if it's his dad. But I know this is a black man with a child on his lap.
That's right.
How many times in this day that, you know, they go unnoticed? You know, a lot of things go unnoticed when you doing and you going in the dog way, God way. Because that's the devil's job.
So ain't dog God spelled backwards and dog spelled backwards? Okay, I'm just trying to figure this thing out. Man, you come on with it.
Oh yeah, man, you already did. You right. So you pretty much know one of my classmates back in the day, actually, when I was doing time, he wrote me a letter. And that's what he told me. He said, dog, you spell dog backwards. You got God. That's you. And so, like, it stuck with me at that time. The devil had me, so I wasn't ready to listen at that right then. But, you know, over time, after seeing somebody at that song say, what is the William brother, they say, I'm still here.
You're still here.
Man, I'm still here. Don't think that you just here because you special. Man, you here because you one of God's chosen one. But what you gonna do while you here? Don't nobody care about how much money you got. Don't nobody care about, like, what you... People look at...
You can't take it with you.
You can't. How many times you done seen a Brinks truck?
Oh, I'm just gonna tell you, you know, we all got a pass.
Gotta go.
We all got a pass. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying we all done did some things that we know one of God. We went against our parents' will. You know, we all have did that. You know, and the one and see, but the way you do it, so you like me. When I'm getting ready to tell my story, I get butt naked.
Oh yeah, you going all
I get butt naked. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming clean. You know, so I don't care what they say about my past. You can bring it up if you want to. Where am I now?
That's right.
Where I'm headed? You know what I'm saying? What my work's saying? You know what I'm saying? And so, like I say, man, don't. And this is a message that we take outside. No, when we leave here, somebody say, "Man, well, I ain't gonna say nothing because I did this." Don't worry about that. Yeah. Just get butt naked and tell them your story, you know, and where you have come from and what God had brought you from, where He's taking you, you know.
Pretty much what this brother just said, and that make all the sense in the world. Like you said, we can't control the White House, we can't control what go on that way, but right here where we at,
local,
we local. So no matter how you look at it, no matter how you try to fix it, you know, one day he gonna look at it and say, man, I remember when I was around these guys and they were doing, you know. So don't never think these kids ain't watching.
Right.
You know, they're just like with me doing my thing, what I'm doing.
Right.
I didn't think that many people were watching until, man, last year y'all broke me down. A grown man, a thug, who I thought I was. You know, wherever how they try to put it. But somebody always watching when you doing
somebody watching.
So, it like I told you, I wasn't looking for no pat on the back, but look who did it.
Well,
it was y'all guys.
Now, Pooh, now this, you got an event coming up.
Yes, sir.
Is this your what annual?
This will be the fourth one. It'll be August the 31st.
August 31st. Kind of expound on what's gonna be going on and where that stem from. I know a lot of it stem from, like you said, we losing homies and things that we did that we know wasn't right and things. And I'd just like to add to that, you know, when you have a change of heart, change of mindset, I created God and our parents, because they taught us right.
Yeah.
They told us the right thing to do, you know. But the Bible say, you know, you train a child up in the way it should go. He didn't say that we weren't going to stray.
No doubt.
But he won't turn from it. So you came back to your sense without somebody coming to you, telling you, man, this ain't right. I got to do better in this area. I got to do better. So that's what we're about. You know, that's what serving the Most High is about. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, your parent told you what was right. You're going to get your butt tore up. You do this. You're going to get your butt tore up. And you do that. You shouldn't do this, do that. But a lot of things we did anyway. But there were consequences.
No doubt.
And when we realize that the consequences, we get tired of them consequences and getting beat up. But now, see, because our parents turn us loose. Now you back in the hand of the Most High. Now your parents can't stop anything that he got coming for you. You know what I'm saying? And so now it's you and God. Which way we gonna take? Are we gonna slide to the left? We gonna slide to the right? We bag it up, or we gonna just push forward? You know what I'm saying? And so, but I appreciate what you're doing in the community and your event. It'd be so many people over there. You know, you bring people that haven't been in town in a while.
Yeah.
You know, I see so many people. I call it Rankin Circle still. You know, but it's Spring Garden. But I still call it Rankin Circle because that's just in my brain. And I see so many people that I grew up with that come back for your event. You know, and I just want to shout out to Daryl McFadden. Hey, I hope you listen out there, bro. Appreciate you, Meek and Mild homie, Meek and Mild guy. His mouth ain't that big as mine, but he got something to say. He has something to say, and every time he opens his mouth, he's making some sense. So shout out to you, Daryl McFadden. You know, but hey, appreciate you on. Now you say your event is
August 31st.
And from what time?
Man, it's gonna be from 12 to we shut
down.
So all the food gone on. I ain't trying to.
So is anything gonna be there for the children and?
I have the water slides. I'm gonna try to get the snow cones for them this year, because most of the time when the kids there, it be during the day. So I'm gonna try to have the snow cones, to cool them off a little bit along with the water slide. Right. Pretty much, and like the reason that I done it and I come up with is pretty much like what I was telling you not long ago. When you lay down at night, it's just you and that pillow, whoever. I the one had to fight them demons with the wrong that I did.
They out there. They'll come at you.
And a lot of stuff, like you said, you get older, man, you'll cry about some stuff you wouldn't cry about 10, 15 years ago.
Well, look here, I just shared a few tears the other, I think it was Friday. I got home and something was just on me. And guess who I called?
Who you called?
Lee Piggies.
I know, brother. I know Lee.
Lee Piggies. And I won't go on and send him a shout out. Shout out to you, Lee. Lee Piggies is just Lee Piggies. He's just Lee Piggies now.
He gonna be himself.
He gonna be himself, but I tell you what Lee Piggies is about. The late Pastor Joe T. Luster.
Father.
Erie Luster. The late Lloyd Luster. And myself have never called Lee Piggies, and he didn't show up. Never. I don't care if a storm about to come in. We trying to get a roof covered up. We just call Lee. Why you at? You know, he know that Lee talk. I call, what you want, Twan? What you want? Look, Pig, look, I need you. You know, da. You know, we say we got to say, all right, I'll be there in a minute. You know, he never have failed. But I had to call Lee the other day because me and Lee go way back. And I thought about what you said. I have lost homies. You know, the late Devin Ison, the late Patrick Smith, the late Antonio Nevels, the late Phil G. Nevels. You know, I have lost real close people to me. And I have to stop back and ask God, what is this? What it's got to be something here for me. You know, what is my charge? What do I need to do? Because you left me here and you know how close I was to these gentlemen.
I remember seeing you.
You know, and so now we at a stage now where we got to, you know, we in fixing mode. We got to fix our community.
You motivated me.
You know, we got to fix our community. And shout out to Sanchez and Natasha Blake and the work that they are doing. What our time look like? Somebody show me a time. You got a call? Okay. Got a caller. You on the air, caller? You still there, caller? Yeah, I can hear you. Right. Well, we appreciate that, brother Thel. Appreciate that Thel. That was Thel LaSure. And Thel always got information. Now when he's speaking, now you can bet for sure he done did his research, and he know what he's talking about, and I agree with him on the gun laws and things. These things are done on the state level, and
let me respond to Brother Thel.
Go ahead.
Let me respond to Brother Thel. because I have a respect for Brother Thurber. And I think Brother Thurber need to have a respect for what it is that we propagating and pushing as well. Now, I agree with Brother Thurber. I know that. We know that. So a lot can be misconstrued in what we saying on this air. And I appreciate him calling in to try and clarify that. But what was meant by the national politic level, he's exactly right. Those gun laws are created on the state level. But what we propagating in the community, on the community level, I don't care how many guns you put in Holly Springs on a state level. If the cultural politics suggests that we love each other, you can put 1,000, 100 million guns around black people. We won't see each other. You understand what I'm saying? If I love you, I understand what that gun is for. You understand what I'm saying? So I do understand the level where the guns are being legally able to be accessed, Brother Thurber. What we want to focus on, and that's true. What we want to focus on is local politics and how we deflecting what's coming from the state.
Right.
How we deflect that in our local communities and how we produce a politic of cultural love in our community that can deflect that. Our people need to know exactly what Thurber just said. You know, we need to know exactly the high-powered people on state level and national level that's pushing against our is he still trying to come in?
That's Mr. DeBerry.
He's still there?
Mr. DeBerry.
Okay.
A call.
Okay, it's another call.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get to the call.
Mr. DeBerry, turn your radio down. Yeah,
Right.
You're on.
That's right. Pull it. Listen. What you need to do? It's about what is it? Stop the lawsuit. Stop the clock. So you need to be clear with what you're doing. You don't spend on politics. Because look, politics need to follow what your agenda doing. We need politics to follow what you're doing. I'm pushing you on the event. But give him an opportunity to say what his event is. Click that.
Hey, come on, Keisha. I know you got something for us.
Who was talking about how he, went through in life and who he's become. The thing I wanted to say is we can thank people for what they've been through, but only those people that have been through can help those that are going through. And that's the number one thing. You can't help someone that's doing crack or anything most of the time because you don't understand what they're going through. So if you don't live a life that God has planned for you, be it if you see it hard, be it if you see it wrong, it is your path. And in order to understand your path, when you come out, you become a testimony for someone else. So yes, you may live a hard life and been done this, but you can help somebody that's doing that or get them ready to do it because you know the signs, you know what it looks like, you know how it feels, you know the emotions about it. So I think it's very important that we acknowledge our issues that we go through, the way we go through it, and not regret nothing because my story is going to help somebody else with the same story before it becomes my story. That's what I wanted to say.
Appreciate y'all. Y'all be safe out there in North Carolina and have a safe travel back. But as they were saying, Pat, like I said, you nailed it. Kiefer even come right behind you, piggyback off what you said. And I was just about to say, actually, I can't come back behind that, but agree with the things that go on the state level, national level. We should be able to deflect something. Same thing with our school system. We know what the state say that they want to teach our children.
That's right.
But we as a leader or a superintendent, somebody got to say, well, we'll do that, but we're going to implement this right here about, whether it's Black history or mathematics or what have you, that they have taken away from our schools. So I agree with that.
Brother Twan. Now we got a young brother right here, right now. And I want to make my point crystal clear. Crystal clear.
Make it clear.
All right? That's where we at now as a community. We got to take these theories into practical application. That's what's happening down in Jackson. Okay? They taking their ideas and theory about how they want their lives to be lived and putting it into practical application. They call it legal legislation that they pushing through. And that's how you go to school when you don't even get your children. This young man is not going to be taught black history in school. You understand what I'm saying? Right. They taking their ideas and turning it into power. And ain't nothing more powerful than an idea that time had come. This young man had an idea. Y'all keep using the word God. I use universe. He said God showed him that he needed to do an event. This young man needs to explain what his event is about. And then stopping the violence. Am I not right?
Stop the violence.
You know what? I go all over this state. Go all over this state to stop the violence rallies. You know what's not happening? We don't have a political climate in none of those demographics that put money behind what it is you talking about. Because they don't think nothing about what you talking about. It just be an event. You see what I'm saying? We need a politic that make that an agenda. So this young man won't be a victim of that same violence.
Right.
I don't care how many gun laws they pass to proliferate our community with guns.
Right.
We don't even have to partake of it. It's just like the liquor store. You destroy the appetite for the liquor, they can't sell it to you. You see what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So that's what I'm saying. So this young man needs to be given an opportunity, Brother Twan, to talk about his event.
Right. I agree. I agree. You want to expound on your event a little more? That's what I want you to talk about. Stopping the violence.
You know, like when it's pretty much like what he was saying. It came from me being here all my life, being a menace to society, you know, and seeing things go on. Like when I was going through what I was going through, people looked at me like, you know, oh, your kid, he don't need to be with him. He don't need to do this. When nobody coming and saying, hey, young man, you need to chill out. Or you need to do this. But they quick to bash you. Don't nobody, they're just like now. You know, I cook, I do stuff. My auntie told me the other day. She said, boy, I ain't never think you would be the one that'll be cooking the fish and doing the barbecuing now. You done grow, you know. And I said, auntie, I ain't never think I did neither. But when it's your time, it's your time. You know? So my event came up. One day I was just sitting around and like I said, there was so much stuff happening back to back around here. And it still go on now. Like you said, we just had, 5-6 shootings in a week. And I know I ain't like it. I ain't see nobody doing nothing around here pretty much, you know. And so I said, hey, man, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put an event together. And when I tried it, as a matter of fact, I tried it 2 times before I went out on my own. Everybody was like they were with me. Oh, we got you, we got you. When that time came, you know what happened? The event didn't go on.
When the rubber reached the road. When the rubber reached the road.
So, man, that 3rd time came around, you know, I like to fish. You know, I do that. So I looked at I said, man, God, I fed a whole canoe with fish. Yeah. I said, I'm going to go fishing. I'm going to catch many fish as I can and do what I can. And however it turned out, it turned out. But I'm finna do something. And so I talked to my mom. I was like, Mom, what you think about me? She was like, babe, I think you'll be, you know, it takes somebody been through something. Like how the caller just said. She was like, I think you'll do pretty good. That night, after we talked, I went to sleep. Man, it was clear as day. I had a dream. Till my God showed me clear as day. I was out there, I was talking, people were around mingling. It wasn't no violence. He'll show you that way. So I got on up. I was going fishing. I told a couple guys, I said, hey, man, I'm finna do this event. Y'all down with me, man. Just, you know, help me go out, you know, do a little something. And so right at that time I was doing it, man, I lost my best friend, you know, in a crazy way. And I knew I had to go on with it. And so when I went on with it, I did it. The first time, it was nice. Second time, it was great. Third time, it get bigger and bigger. And so the last time my mom here, I was cleaning fish, I was doing everything. She got mad at me. She said, baby, you getting an event. Why is somebody should be helping you do this? I said, Mom, I'm straight because I want to write. Tomorrow, it's going to be well worth it.
Right.
When you see all these people together, and that's where I, get mines in.
Right.
Just seeing people together. So I understand what you're saying with the politics, and all that, but I really look at it like when them guys did what they did for me last year, it wasn't no major figure or nobody who I thought. It was these guys in the community that came out and gave me a plaque. It didn't come from where I thought it would come from. And that's why I agree with what you was just saying. We ain't got, true enough, Jackson, Washington, they got these gun law, whatever they do. But this our city. How many times you seen Trump in Holly Springs?
Right, and we're gonna have to for that thing to get better. We got to vote people in that thinks like you.
I love to see you there.
Think like Bro Pat. Think like Weedy. Think like Raven. We need people that think like us. If we can sit around the round table and come up with all the solutions, why are we not having these positions? Why this thing is systematic? For some reason, we get people in office that don't have no interest in what we talking about today.
Nah.
What our time look like?
What it look like?
10 minutes. Okay. Look here. You want to respond on?
No, I was just going to respond on some of the things adjusted and corrected. Not these. He said, not these. Nothing to do with gun laws. What he's saying. Those laws actually put our people at a disadvantage, which is understood. And this is what I want to clear up with you, brother. See, I'm not saying a political figure. But I guess I am saying it at the end of the day because it's going to take people who have a cultural understanding to ascertain political office so that we can raise the humanity of our people. Now, I attended the Holly Springs City Council meeting this past Tuesday. I grew up in Senatobia. I want people to understand a comparative that I made.
Come on with
in Senatobia, Mississippi, growing up in a town where white people control all the seats of power, from the mayor to the dog catcher in Senatobia. I saw that with my own eyes. Now, I'm older now, and you said your grandmama said you done grew up. But really what she was saying, see, that young man right there gonna grow up. He might grow to be 6 foot tall. That's growing up. But really what your grandmama was saying was you matured. Your mindset matured. Not that you grow up. Everybody gonna grow up.
That's right.
She said you were maturing. That's what she was saying. So in my maturity and looking at the Holly Springs City Council meeting, them same seats of power that I grew up watching in Senatobia that were making the cultural atmosphere in Senatobia. I seen black folk holding them offices in Holly Springs. Now, check this out. And Radio Land need to hear this. Now, what's missing in Holly Springs that ain't missing in Senatobia is an overarching cultural politic. Now, Donald Trump has an overarching cultural politic. I'm going to make y'all identify with it. It's called Make America Great Again. When I was coming into Holly Springs, only 14% white. I seen a big mansion out there with flags draped all over it with Trump on it. Make America Great Again. They weren't afraid or ashamed to put that out there in an 86% black town. You understand what I'm saying? So we can't be afraid to make Holly Springs great again.
Right.
Why we having problems naming Memphis Street Ida B. Wells Street? That's cultural understanding from a political level. So what I'm saying, no, none of the major officials came out there to your event, Brother Dogway, to give you a plaque. These brothers, right? They should have been out there. They should have been out there. Your politicians should have been out there because they're a result of black power. That's what they're a result of. They're a result of black people going to the poll and putting them in office and not getting a reciprocal return on their investment. You see what I'm saying? We need a reciprocal return on our investment for they little black child right here. That's what I'm saying. So keep doing what you're doing, brother. And we need to get some cultural politics behind what you're doing because we don't need to just be agenda-based where this happened at one time a year called dog. We need to be, we don't need to be just event-based, I meant to say. We need to be agenda-based. And that starts from the top up, from the political level.
It pretty much like
yes, sir.
What you was saying, like,
one second, we got a call. You on the air, caller?
Can you hear me?
You on the air, caller? Are you there? Are you there? Caller?
I'm here.
Oh. I can hear now. I can hear now.
Because I got in kind of late. But I hear people saying over and over in different areas about the economy and this and that, certain things, inflation high and all those type of things. So basically what I wanted to say, if you, let me say it like this, some households, the only income they have is Social Security, correct?
Yeah.
So if they're going to cut Social Security, take away your food stamps, you're complaining about you can't live off of that now. When they take everything away from you, think about what you're going to live off of then. And so many of our black people have bought into certain people things that they're marketing that's not in the best interest of us. And I heard a little bit of a sermon last week on the radio that encouraged us to vote for the party that does not believe in abortion and homosexuality. But what about the 99.99% of other things that God doesn't go, that he doesn't approve of, like hatred and all these other things that follow that? He talks about liars and just different things in the Bible. How do you take two things that God doesn't like, or you would say politician does one thing, no one does another thing? How do you take two things and leave out the 99.99% of the other things that God does not like? You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's, you know.
I'm not trying to tell you who to vote for, but yes, you are. When you tell me that I should take one party over the other because of just those two reasons, when you left out all these other things that God go against, that the other person actually encouraged. So what are you saying?
Right.
How do you? Where do we go from there? But one thing I would say, for those of us, if we're not reading our Bibles, we should be.
Mm-hmm.
Because my mother said, be careful what you do, because the only Bible somebody else may be reading
is you.
But you better read for yourself, because that Bible you're reading is that human being. You need to be reading the written word. Does that make sense?
Yes. Can you hear? We appreciate your caller. We getting our time running a little short here, but I agree. But that's the thing about on the national level. Now this is the thing. That's when I say we in a fix. You know, if we choosing between these two parties, that's when we got. I'm big on the local. You know, getting the local right and let it go up from there. But only thing that kind of blow my mind when they had that debate, both candidates were asked the black question, and they danced around it, and no one could answer anything about it. You know, so the host came back again and said, "I'm gonna give you 75 seconds. I'm gonna give you 80 seconds," and asked the same question, and they still couldn't answer the question directly. That was just a blow to me. You know what I'm saying? And I may step on someone's toes, may offend someone. That's the reason I say they are. It's the same bird. We got a right wing and a left wing, but it's the same bird. Why you can't address the black issue, but at the same time you calling for the black vote. You making it known. You calling for out public. We need the black vote. You know, they call us, you know, underside or whatever they call it. You know what I'm saying? But I know we getting short here. Got a caller. Got one more call. Got a caller. I got a couple of announcements. You on the air, caller? We can hear you. Make it quick, though. Make it quick. Make it quick, there.
Make it quick. Because I want to make sure that we are 100% clear on this right here. Having worked with people with disabilities and Social Security throughout the Mid-South, that includes Tate County, Marshall County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Tennessee, I want to make sure that we're clear about this. Donald Trump is looking to cut those Social Security benefits. He is not fit for that office, and I'm begging all Social Security beneficiaries, if you know me, you know what I'm not just talking to you. I'm asking you, I'm begging you to please go out and vote for Kamala Harris for president. That's who's going to protect your benefits, not Donald Trump. And I also want to say this to Mr. Alexander. There is no law in the world that will ever be passed that can legislate behavior. But what we can do is we can legislate gun control. If you take the gun out of that equation, out of any equation that you're talking about gun violence, then how would they have committed those murders? The only way that we can stop some of this gun violence in these communities is by not electing people like Neil Waite, Bill Kincaid, what's his name, Trey Lamar, and all.
There, we're going to have to get down there. We appreciate you, there. We're going to have to shut it down, there. We got to shut it down. We appreciate you. And I'm going to let Pat gonna respond to that. And because our time running out, and I got a couple of announcements I got to make. But come on, bro.
Just in a quick response to Thelbert, and Thelbert, I was with Mr. Cathy yesterday when you called, so we can talk on a personal level as well, because what we projecting out in the community, people are hearing us. Now, I guarantee you, if we were to, in our community, actively went out in our community, we would find that the guns that our brothers and sisters are using and killing each other are not even legally obtained. Okay? These guns are illegally obtained, and they come into our community by illegal means. That's how people getting them. Okay? It ain't because Trey Lamar, somebody passed a law where they can go to a gun store and actually get a gun. The guns that killing our people are illegally obtained. So they're going to be got. I don't care if there wasn't no gun law. They're going to be got because of the mentality and the culture of the deteriorating culture that exists in our community. That's why I youth that right now. We got to change that culturally. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about when I talk about cultural politics, understanding exactly what's going on in our community. So I do understand what you're saying, Brother Thelbert. We got to close it down. We can talk on a personal level, and maybe next week we can get right here and talk. So thank you for calling in and interjecting your insight. We do appreciate it.
We got the host, Brother Dale DeBerry, calling in. Brother Dale, you there? Brother Dale.
Turn your radio down, Mr. DeBerry.
Brother Dale. Brother Dale. Brother Dale. Brother Dale. He gone. Okay, well, we back here. I know our time is short, but I just want to make a couple of announcements. Now, your event, Stopping the Violence, we're doing it the dog way, August the 31st.
Yeah, August 31st, 2024.
Start at 12 p.m. until. And you're going to have things for the children to do as well.
And also, I'm going to have one of his guys, I'm going to have Ben. You know,
Ben.
And I'm gonna have
Ben Matthew.
Yep, I'm gonna have Glossy Pop. She gonna be
Glossy
on the
Pop.
drinks.
Okay.
We're gonna have the drinks, keep you cool. I want to give a shout out to her and her husband, Lee McAdams, my brother.
What's up, Lee?
My father. You know, much love. Yeah, they'll be there. We're gonna take care of the kids. We're gonna take care of everybody that come there.
Well, you always do.
Yes, sir.
You always do.
I love to see you.
I'll be there.
I love to see
Yes, sir. I'll be there.
You want a word? You want to work before we get off? Okay, well, hey, always glad to have you sit in with us today. Feel free to come back any Sunday. We here at 2:30. Want to talk about some things? Feel free, but y'all the minds that we need on this show. You know what I'm saying?
UOG,
and I want to send. I just want to. I got an announcement I want to read for the Blakes, Sanchez and Latasha Blake are standing in the gap mentorship. We'll host their 8th annual Breast Cancer Walk in Ashland, Mississippi, October 24th. We will keep you all posted on the exact date. Registration for kids 7 to 15 is $15, and 16 and up is $25. Includes a shirt, a short sleeve T-shirt, add $1 for any long sleeve shirt, and $2 for adult sizes 2X and up. Deadline for a guaranteed T-shirt is September the 21st, 2024. Limited T-shirts on site the day of the event, but we'll order after the event. If you have a breast cancer survivor that you would like to be honored or have any questions, please contact Sanchez and Latasha at 404-314-9065. That's Sanchez. That's 404-314-9065, or Latasha at 404-435-2977. That's 404-435-2977. And they say thank you for your support. Standing in the Gap Mentor. That's Sanchez and Latasha Blake. And on behalf of Brother D-Berry. Okay, we got Brother D-Berry calling back. That's the only call we're going to be able to take. Brother Dale. You on. You on, Dale.
Unfortunately, you're talking about changing the law. You're not going to change the Second Amendment. So you're going to have guns out there, whether you're going to be hunting or not. They can kill a man with a long gun just to kill one with a short gun. So you're not going to be able to accomplish that. After you're on point, we have to change our morality. We have to change how we feel about each other. We got to change the culture of killing a black man when you're too fearful to point a gun at a white man.
No doubt.
One love, y'all be good.
Appreciate you, Brother Dale.
Nail.
We appreciate you. That was Brother Dale. That was the host, y'all. Like I say, they on the highway. They traveling back from North Carolina. They've been on the family reunion. We appreciate all that's been listening today. Just on the behalf of Care Now, Sister Rolanda will be having their annual fun day at the end. That'll be August the 1st, and we'll have water slides, bouncers, and things out there, and that will be held at the Oak Palace. And I think this coming Thursday will be the final day of Kids Cafe. So bring your children out from 5 to 8:30. From 5:30 to 8, and bring your children out. And you know, Kaya Keene been doing a great job. Thanks for all the volunteers down there at the for Kids Cafe. Fun day, August the 1st, starting at 4 o'clock, and bring all your children out. And enjoy it. We have things for grown people too. So and the volunteer, we can't thank you enough. Also
September the 19th to the 21st, the 8th annual Building Black Power Summit will be here in Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Right.
The blackest city in Mississippi, period.
Right.
We will be bringing the 8th annual Building Black Power Summit to Holly Springs, September the 19th through the 21st. I like to see you brothers there.
And this is put on by Mississippi on the Move by our very own Brother Patrick Lumumba. All right. That time. Thank